Hello, guys. This is Thomas from FINEIGHT, and welcome to Tuesday's recap. And coming up is the first trade of the day. It was the only short I did, and it was in NEM Newmont Corporation. And the idea here was that the stock has been trading in a strongly upwards channel, and on Tuesday it was gapping under not only this lower part of the channel, but also under a few more or less significant supports. So the crash down was the primal bias for me. A little bit of concern was with those three past days that they all were red days. So actually, you would want at least some of those previous bars to be green. On the other hand, those two formed some kind of a congestion, so this wasn't as much of an issue. So looking at the 2 minute chart straight out of the open, it dropped, consolidated for a little bit, and I entered at the break of 61. Got filled at 60.93, and my stop loss was all the way up there. So 50, slightly above 50 cents. So my idea was to go towards the 60 whole number, significant support, as you see it happening later on, but not before it shook me out on my stop loss. So unfortunately, those are the frustrating situations where you are indeed right. You can see the stock then falling down all the way to 59.80, but the market decides to spoof you before uh, flipping you a finger, so to speak. And again, yes, I could have maybe re-entered, but seeing this from a 5 minute time frame, this was almost engulfing. So, uh, I mean, in real time, you have a really hard time deciding if this is just a spoof and the stock will continue going down as it should, since the daily structure is biased towards short, but also that sometimes, the stock can decide that, okay, so this is a really strong area around the 61.20 mark, and I just don't want to play it there, and will continue upwards to the value area and maybe do a flip at 64 and then dropping. So you never know. That's why I didn't re-enter, and yeah, so just a losing trade, a good idea as you saw, but I got played by the market. So let's move on. Ah, my second trade was in play. And play was a long idea over this consolidation right there. And you can see the result of the day. So this is exactly what I was talking about with the Newmont, that even though you are biased here to the long side, the day can end up completely the opposite way, as you can see here in the play. So here again, market gapped up significantly, and pulled back. So far so good. So then I saw an possible entry point above 1325. This was a nice breakout area with a stop loss uh, below this low. And yeah, again, this was a fake breakout in the end for a couple of cents, and then the market just reversed. And yes, you could argue that again 1290 was a good breakdown reverse area, and you would end up making a significant amount of money. But again, how can you be sure when you are biased towards long trades for the day? And so yeah, you can always take a smaller risk and possibly go for a high risk to reward. That's an idea, but my trading plan doesn't allow me to short long biased stocks uh, this early in the day. So that's why I didn't take it. And to be all grim about Tuesday, here is my winning trade in MGM. And this is somewhat similar to the play. So you have a consolidation and a gap above. And then, if you can see, so this area right there was a really nice a breakout formation. Uh, it was somehow skewed cup and handle with the cup being here and the handle here. Usually it's the opposite. Anyway, you can graphically you can see whatever you want, but the level 2 confirmed that there was a resistance at the 1720 mark, and seeing as the SPY, we can see and show it right there. So this was so right there the market surpassed these swing highs. So after being down throughout the day, it finally starting to move upwards, and the MGM was looking really good, was at a great level. So I decided to take it and got filled at 1722 with uh, quite large stop loss in a hindsight. I believe my stop loss was all the way down there. And I was modest with my profit target, with my aim being 1759, just 1 cent before 1760, because this wasn't a huge mover, so I didn't expect miracles. So the first problem, of course, for this market was the day's high at 1740, which the market was fighting for a very long time. Then eventually, where as I decided to let go of half of my shares to play it on the safe side, right there at 2 p.m., which is where the market failed to make a higher high, and the MGM looked a little bit extended. So I reduced my risk, took some profits, and then I got filled on the remainder at 1750, 60, I believe, because this was so fast that I got filled even better than my limit. And then I just saw it coming all the way almost to the 18 mark. So yeah, these things happen, but from my experience, usually with not so big movers, you are way better off taking your profits uh, sooner rather than later. So yes, the another tactic would be to move your to trail your stop, and you would be out at very similar level, because you would place your stop right there. So just 2 cents above my original one. So uh, that was it for the day. Slightly negative, but overall, really happy with the results. Because in NEM, this was a good play that just got spoofed by the institutions, and those things just happened. So that was my Tuesday. I hope you guys did well, and I will see you guys in the next video.